A warning first, do not try this at home. It's a controversial water survival technique for babies that no matter how many times we watch it, it never fails to shock us. Now, that's an 88-month-old baby being dropped into a pool by a swimming instructor, apparently part of an infant survival technique which aims to teach children to float on their backs should they ever fall into water. So, what do you think, Judy? Could you have done that with yours when they were little?
Do you know what, when it goes in, it is a shocker, isn't it? But yeah. I think I probably would have done that when they were younger. I regret not taking them to swimming lessons but much younger. They swim now, but I think, you know, for a child, it's so easy for them to, you know, they run, they slip and trip. A child would probably more likely, unfortunately, you know, fall in the water in that kind of same way. So I think, you know, if you've done your research and you're comfortable with it and you've looked at, you know, how it affects the child and if it's something good for them, then as a parent, you should take that opportunity.
I mean, obviously that's in controlled circumstances.
Yeah, there was people inside.
I thought it was fascinating that the baby sort of came up and instinctively went onto its back and floated.
Do you want me to impress you?
Oh, go on.
Apparently it's called the bradycardic reflex, which is triggered when an infant face is exposed to cold water. And they flip round, their heart slows down, blood shifts away from the peripheral muscles.
Wow.
I wonder if I'm saying any of this right. And conserves oxygen for the brain. And babies on instinct hold their breath. Now, apparently this instinct fades away after 6 months.
Yeah. See, that's it. I wonder whether... Because looking at that, I wonder whether, in a way, we teach children a fear of water. Because we fear it, don't we? I mean, it was always when my kids were young, whenever we were on holiday, I'd be like a coiled spring the entire time where there was water around because it is your greatest fear. So looking at that, I wonder whether eventually they lose that sense of what to do because we teach them to sort of panic.
Yeah. Kaye, what do you think?
Well, I think children should be wary around water. You don't want to panic, but they should definitely be wary. And the more I see it, the more I'm kind of concerned about that. I've actually seen it happen. I was in Italy once and they had a baby exactly that age. The dad came down, chucked the baby in the water and I was lying sunbathing and this little baby swam over to me. I mean, it was gobsmacking to see. But I don't know if I would want to be encouraging too many people to do that because you really need to know what you're doing, don't you? With that technique. And that was a controlled circumstance and that's fine. I would rather be saying to people, take your children, you know, into the water as soon as possible, paddle them, do it the traditional way and teach them to swim from a very, very early age, as I did with mine. We had actually a real shock in our family when I was about 8 on holiday. My brother and I witnessed a dreadful thing. It was a drowning of a boy about our age. Mum, they were Belgian actually. Mum was packing upstairs, go down to the swimming pool, classic situation. Boy had on a rubber ring, jumped in much deeper than he thought. He'd slipped through the ring. And actually my brother and I saw him at the bottom of the pool. My mum, who was a former nurse, worked on the little boy for a long time and sadly wasn't able to bring him back. And the scream of the mother will stay with me all of my life, all of my life. So everyone should be very wary of water and children around water, that's for sure. Whether I would be promoting that rather than your standard get down to your local swimming pool and get your baby in the water as soon as possible and do the swimming classes, I think I would stick with that personally.
I'm with you on that. Apparently 45% of children between age 7 and 11 can't swim 25 metres, so... Wow.